navigate through, you know, your personal life, but still show up for your team, like, and then still talk to every single person you meet about Isagenix, and still dish out boxes of e-shots, and still host tasting parties and online webinars, and still not complain about a single thing. Like, I know me and the crew were talking about it before, like, I've never been in the presence of someone who just will never bitch, complain, or moan about anything or anyone. You don't get caught in that. And it's just been, for me, from a leadership perspective, I've just taken so much on board just on who you are as a person. So I just wanted to honor you and say thank you for just showing up. Like, I know you show up massively, like on social media and in public and everything, but what you do behind the scenes is tenfold, I feel, for what people truly see of what you really do. So I just wanted to share that you're freaking awesome and I love you.
Oh, thanks, Domi. Wow, that's so cool. It is so cool. And like, you know, having Domi and Brendan staying with me, like, you know, I met these guys 5 years ago. We started Isagenix at the same time, and we're just like, what the fuck are we doing? And to be honest, that hasn't changed. We're like, what the fuck are we still doing? But it doesn't matter, because we got each other. We got each other's back, and that's what this is about. And yeah, that's cool. And, you know, like, I honestly think that if I didn't have Isagenix, I would probably, so much of my energy and focus would have been like on being emo. Oh, this happened to me. And if I didn't have the personal development that you get through Isagenix, I would have been like, oh, poor me, I'm a victim, you know? Whereas I'm like, holy shit, I've got so much gratitude for what I've been through. I'm stronger than ever. I now see Grant for the incredible person he is. Like, you know, there's so many amazing things that have come out of it that I'm just like so grateful for every element of it, even though at the time it was weird as shit. But it's just so, so, so cool. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Domi. That's just amazing. Chelsea Rose, take us away.
Hey everyone. Thanks for opening up your call to Domi and Brendan's team too. That's simple. But yeah, it's great. I got back in the gym this week, and I've been doing a bit of running and yoga, but I haven't properly trained weights or anything like that for about like 3 or 4 months. And going into this 16-week challenge, like, I was having some of my crew message me and tell me how they're like getting their results, and it was a bit of I had to get my shit together basically, so that I could lead from a place that didn't feel like I was full of shit. So I'm really grateful that I had a really great workout, and I invited a friend, and now she wants to chat about the business opportunity, which is really exciting because she's super into personal development, and it felt really cool to share from a hey, I have this thing that I think you might really like. And she was like, thank you so much for sharing it with me. And she was really grateful, so that was cool. And yeah, I just love this community too. Like what Domi just said about you, Gabby, I saw you speak last year and just love your energy. And I also have that same respect for Domi and Brendan in the way that you guys continue to show up, and you're really open and honest about what you're going through and what you're working through. And yeah, like at first I thought I had to just have everything sorted, but it's okay to be figuring it out still, and to still hold space for people and yourself at the same time. So yeah, and I'm super excited to see everyone in Brisbane.
How's freaking yeah. Oh, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing, Chelsea. And that is such a good note to end on, because that is exactly what I'm freaking pumped about Celebration. So my goal is to have 500 of my team there this year. Whoop, whoop. While a lot of people in other teams are selling their Celebration tickets, I'm buying up a storm. I'm going to pack that motherfucker out. You know, anyone selling, I'm buying. I already have 50 unallocated tickets, and I'm still buying up large because I'm going to fill every single one of those seats. And we all know, this is what I want to start on, we all know that the number of people we bring to Celebration, that determines our income, right? We know that for the year. So, you know, I really want to start by just being straight up with you guys. how many people are you guys each bringing? Like, honestly, how many? It's wicked that you're coming, freaking that's gangster. But how many people are you bringing? That's going to determine your income. So I sat down with Domi and actually Anna Potter the other day, and she said, look, I want to do a comparison as to like, you know, what was your income last year versus this year? And we sat down and worked it out. And just before celebration last year, my income was, there was 3,600, something like that for the week, for the same week. And that straight after that, I had 200 people in my team attend celebration, okay? 200. And they blew the shit out of it. That took my income to 11,500 the same week, so year on year. Now, that jump is not a coincidence. That jump, there's nothing magic behind that jump. That jump is because I had 200 people at celebration. So how many are you bringing? My aim is 500. That's more than double what I bought last year. Now, that's a stretch. You know, everyone's like, corporate are already ringing me like, Gab, you've already got 50 unallocated. Why are you buying more? I'm like, because I'm going to fill every freaking one of them. If you're on the plane with me on the way to celebration, look out. That's all I can say. You know, 3 hours, they're stuck on the plane. They can't escape. They're going to be coming to celebration for sure. So, you know, like, and I'm flying in a week early. I'm flying in a week early so I can get there and prospect up like a freaking storm. I'm going to be hitting every F45, every gym. Oh, yeah, I'll try the makeup. Absolutely. You know, I'm going to be going nuts prospecting. And that's the attitude that you've got to have as well. If you're on this call, you're on this call because you want massive success, you want massive income. The number of people you bring to events determines your income. That's not rocket science. That is it. That is it. There's nothing like, you could be like, in my opinion, and I tell my team this a lot, there's two ways to build this business. One way, you enroll them, you teach them the comp plan, you teach them how to use the product, you motivate them daily, you teach them how to duplicate, you teach them how to have tasting buddies, you teach them, you do everything. That's one way. The other way is you bring them to celebration. That's it. They're pumped. They know the products. They know what they need to do. They know the comp plan. They know everything. And you're just celebrating the shit out of them as they reach each milestone. Now, I know which one I choose. I bring people to events. I'm not going to be the one who's holding their hand. Hey, do this, do this, do this. Because that's just that's another job, isn't it? That's just another job. You're swapping your hourly rate for work. But every person I bring to celebration, they are pumped. I can, you know, they come out of there and they're going psycho. And this is another big thing that I think a lot of people miss. I guarantee you guys on this call, you're only probably inviting people that say they want to do the business or people that are still active in your business buying products. I'm inviting every person and their freaking dog, whether or not they're still active. I'm inviting people that are inactive. I'm inviting people that have got terminated accounts. I'm inviting people that haven't even started yet, haven't even got the products yet. I'm inviting everyone. I'm inviting people I haven't even met yet. I'm inviting everyone, whether or not they've shown interest in the business. I went along as a product user. Okay, so my first celebration, I was like, woo, getting the product, feeling hot, woohoo. And Mara was like, come to celebration, you can learn about the business. I was like, hell no, I don't want a business. Business owners are overweight, divorced, pasty, white, not my jam. She said, no, there's this wicked party, you'll meet heaps of hot guys. I'm there. That was the only reason I went. And I walked out of there, holy shit, this is what I want to do with my life. This is crazy. Absolutely blew my mind. So think about this way. How many people are you inviting? Are you only inviting people that are like, yeah, I want to build this business? I guarantee most of you, that's all you're inviting. You want to invite every man and their freaking dog. The other thing is how you're inviting. Me being a yellow, you tell me about the parties. You don't tell me about the science. I don't care about that. I want to go for the parties. But a lot of us have been to David Wood. So use that, what we learned there with the colors and how to invite people. You're talking to a red, you want to show them how much cash can be earned. You want to know how to earn cash fast. You want to learn from the best in the business that can teach you how to, you want to learn from the six-figure earners, you need to be there. You're talking to a yellow, you want to tell them about the parties, like me. There'll be party, hot guys, it's like wicked, you know, doing lines of nitro, it's going to be sick. You're talking to a white, you want to tell them all about the science. You can find all the science behind the system, exactly how it works. You're going to have 100% belief. You can hear from the founders of the company, their integrity, what they're doing for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's those kind of people. With the blues, you're going to make the most amazing lifelong friends and go on to impact thousands of people. Like, everyone's going to love you. It's just incredible. You talk about the community. So how you invite people is going to determine on that person. If you've just got one standard message and you're copying and pasting it out to everyone, you're missing the point massively, hugely. So my advice is, I do like a video chat. You know, message how you can record them. It's like, dude, you've got to get there. And these are some of the lines I use to invite. I say, look, you probably only heard, about Isagenix from me, and you probably think that how I build this business is how you've got to build it. It's not. Absolutely not. There are, you can build this however you want. But I know that you haven't seen what is fully available for you with Isagenix yet, because there's no way I can show you that myself. You have to come and see it for yourself. Come and see, even if you're not sure if this is for you, come and at least find out what this truly is before you make that decision. Don't decide what you want from Isagenix without even knowing what it fully is. Things like that. I'm like, worst case scenario from you coming to Celebration is you're going to have a weekend in Brisbane and meet heaps of hot babes. That is the worst that can happen. That is the ultimate worst case scenario. Hello, we shouldn't have to bribe people to come to Brisbane for a holiday for a weekend to hang out with babes. That's easy. That's, think about it. That's the worst that can happen. But let them know, share my story. Yeah, Gabby was an accountant, went along just for the party, blew her mind. 6 months later, she's earning a 6-figure residual income and becomes her own boss and starts traveling the world. What? Yeah. You can share people's stories that have been and had success, and just share what's possible. And if nothing worse, tell them about the after party. It's going to be sick. So that is for me, and I believe for all of you guys, that is your number one priority right now, above anything else, is how many people are you bringing to Celebration. You want to have a tally on your whiteboard. I'm ticking every person I get there. I'm like, tick one more. I'm focusing on exactly how many people. Okay, 395, 396, 397. That's what I'm doing. I'm counting it down. Literally, it's at 397 right now, because that's what I'm putting my energy into. That's exactly, I know my goal. I'm going for it, right? So my advice for all of you guys, that has to be your laser focus right now, is how many people are you bringing to Celebration. And right now, well, you Aussies, you don't even need a passport, but Kiwis, if you need a passport, you need to get that shit sorted ASAP. I know a lot of you guys don't even have passports, or you have team that don't have passports. And maybe you've just enrolled someone. Ask them, hey dude, you got a passport, come to Celebration. Get onto it right now, because we've literally had people turn up to go to Celebration last year that forgot that they needed a passport. So that was quite bad. So make sure everyone is aware of that, and make sure that we've got accommodations sorted. So Team Kickass, all the leaders have got their Airbnbs. I think we have 9 or 10 Airbnbs booked out. So there's going to be accommodation free for everyone. But you need your flights. And right now, flights are the cheapest that they'll ever be. From Auckland, it's less than 400 return. So that's really, really, really freaking good. So that's amazing. So make sure that you're getting your people onto their flights. Anyone that hits Crystal Manager and Team Kickass gets a free ticket to Celebration from me. So go for it, guys. Freaking go for it. I'm not even going to talk anymore about Celebration, but it is the part for you guys that are new. Just one more thing. For you guys that are new on this call and you're like, oh, what's a Celebration? You might be like, what the hell are we celebrating? I was thinking the same thing. But basically, if there's any area of your life that you want to change, any area of your life that you want to amplify, this event, no shit, can show you exactly how to get whatever it is you're wanting in your life. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Hot body, more money, more free time, travel the world, meet sweet babes, anything, personal development, self-limiting beliefs, anything in your whole life. You want to get away from that toxic douchebag relationship? You can meet the man of your dreams or one of your dreams. No shit. Not even kidding. Anything you want in your life, I can guarantee you this event will show you how to get that. May not be through Isagenix, but even just surrounding yourself with that many positive people, environment determines your thoughts, right? These are the kind of people you want to surround yourself with, 100%. It's so funny because when I was moving house the other day, I was like, Who are my non-ISA friends? I don't even have any. But that's brilliant because all my friends are like-minded, positive, outgoing, uplifting people. I'm not allowing any negative Nancy's to pull me down. These are the people you want to be around. Domi, like a lot of these people on this call, Rochelle, some of literally my best friends in the whole world are people I met through Isagenix, through Celebration. These guys that are on this call, they're not in my financial team, but we're in the freaking team because we're there at the start party, raging, fist pumping till 2 a.m. That's how we roll. And you guys need to be there too. So Celebration is just amazing. Okay, cool. So next thing I want to quickly touch on is Mango Shake. Oh my gosh, amazing. It's going off. It's still actually available in New Zealand and Australia. It was pretty cool. I literally just checked my ISA Pulse and I got 110 cycles this week, which was so cool, given I didn't really do a lot, but Mango Shake was pumping it. And I think that while I'm remembering right now, I want to give a huge shout out to Anna Potter, because Anna Potter hit 40 cycles this week. Woo! But the cool thing is she hit 40 raw cycles for the 3rd time. That means she's up to the freaking Bahamas, baby! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Global top achiever right there. And just for you guys, freaking boss mama down in Christchurch. That's just incredible. That's phenomenal. Lucy played a big part of that. Yes, she sure did. But guys, global top achievers to the Bahamas, that competition goes till the end of February. Any of you guys could get there. What you have to do is you have to hit 3-star, and you've got to hit it the raw cycles. So 40 raw cycles 3 times. So there's still 5 or 4 weeks left. So anything's possible. But the thing is, you guys, you've got to keep an eye on these promotions. Guess what? As soon as this ends, another one's going to pop up. Another global top achievers, right? You need to know exactly how to hit it so you can hit it. If you don't even know about it, no shit, you're probably not going to hit it. But you need to know about these promotions and go study them like a psychopath. That is how you get it. Chelsea's asked, what is a cycle? That is a brilliant question, Chelsea. And reach out to me after this and whoever is your coach in Isagenix, and we will run you through that. But that is brilliant. It's basically a commission cycle, BV, 900 points, which equates in New Zealand to $65. So every time, that's how much, that's kind of your residual income. It's kind of hard to explain. It's simple, but it's complicated. But I'll give you a call after this if you want to explain it. Okay, cool. So yeah, Anna, freaking boss mama right there. So cool. It's so gangster. And you guys, these trips, the start retreat, Fiji, Bahamas, like anyone, there's no limit and how many people they can bring on these trips. But you guys need to have your eyes on the freaking prize if you want to go there, Yeah, hard out. You want to be like psychotic, obsessing over it. And that's how you're going to get it. For Domi as well and that, we're off to Fiji, and then I think 2 days later we go to Machu Picchu, and then we're like, you know what, let's go to Colombia after that. So we're just cruising around Central America for a while with a whole lot of Start Your Life crew. Like, what? That's crazy. That's the kind of stuff that people dream of. And we're just like, oh shit, now we're going to Peru. Cool. All paid for from Isagenix. Like, it's just insane, you guys. And they're going to be announcing some huge trips at Celebration. Some next level, huge incentive trips. So you want to have your eyes on the freaking prize, you guys. Absolutely. So cool. So also remember, Crystal Reset is happening. So for us, we have the Crystal Reset. Everyone's reset start date is to 1st of January. So remember, you've got till the end of February to get the Crystal Manager bonus. But why wait? That's crazy. Hit it tomorrow. Hit it this week. You can hit, and then so you've got till the end of February for Crystal Manager, end of April for Crystal Director, and end of June for Crystal Executive. Why wait? That's crazy. Hit them all in February. Hit them all in January. You've still got an extra 3 days left, 2 days left. 3 days left of January. Don't wait. Don't think, okay, I've got till the end of April for Director. Screw that. Why not? Why not go hard? Why not do 20-day sprint and get Crystal Manager, Director, Executive straight away. Guess what? If you're sitting here right now thinking, I want to go to Celebration, but I can't afford it. If you hit Crystal Manager, that's around $900 cash. So there you go. There's your flights. If you hit Crystal Manager, you get a free ticket to Celebration. There's your ticket. And we've got free accommodation for you already in the Airbnb. If you hit Crystal Manager, you get free ticket, flights, and accommodation. So if you're there saying, I can't afford it, that's BS. You can. You hit Crystal Manager. Find 2 people on the planet that want to eat for free. That's it. So there is, like, check yourself. Like, instead of saying, oh, I can't afford it, say, what needs to happen for me to go? I need to hit Crystal Manager. Okay, cool. I need to enroll 2 people. Okay, cool. What do I need to do? Get them on the online webinar, have a tasting party. That's it. It is that simple. Our online webinars happen every single night, guys, 365 days a year, every single night. And I just did a bit of a reminder in our group chat, the online webinars, that's how you create consultants. You invite your product users to jump on and share their story and get them to invite their friends on the webinar. That's how you create consultants. That's how you hit Crystal Manager, Crystal Director, Crystal Executive. So how many people are you getting on the online webinars? They happen every single night. Oh, sorry, I'm not free tonight. Oh, no worries. What night are you free? Thursday. We happen to have a webinar there as well. There is no escape. It's perfect. Whatever night they're free, they can do the webinar. And guess what? Oh, I work night shift. No worries. Here's one I recorded of me hosting the webinar last week. There you go. There is literally, it's so perfect, you guys. If you haven't put your hand up to host the webinar, put your hand up, host it, record it. Then you've got a tool that you can send to your friends of you explaining Isagenix. That is freaking boss. It's going to save you so much time. If you don't have time to talk to people individually, guess what? No one does. That's crazy. But if you invite 10 friends on the webinar, boom, done for you. And people aren't likely to just listen to you about Isagenix. They need third-party validation. That's where the webinar comes in. They jump on the webinar and they think, holy shit, this isn't just for weight loss. This is for putting on muscle. This is for healthy aging. This helps sleep. This helps energy. This can make me money. This is sweet babes. Holy shit, I know so many people that'll be keen for this. That's how you create consultants. If you're struggling to create consultants, you're not leveraging the webinars. If you don't like the webinars, have a tasting party. That's what you got to do. Reminder, tasting party at my place Wednesday night at the new pad. Yeah, we had to move the tasting party from the new pad to the old pad last week because we got caught by the landlord. We're trying to move in a day early. That was awkward, but it's all good. We sorted it. That's how we roll, eh, dummy? So yeah, it's you. Like I wouldn't ask you guys to do anything that I'm not doing. So can you see how I have a tasting party every single week? That's a clue. That's a clue as to what I would suggest would be a good idea for you guys. Would you see how I'm inviting all my new customers, just customers, to share their story on the webinar, to get their confidence up, to celebrate their physical results? Even people that I'm not building the business, I'm like, can you share your story? You're amazing. That's how you build their confidence. That's how you make them feel part of the community. That's how you get them sharing. Hey, invite your friends on. You're sharing your story. It'd be so cool. That's how you create consultants. Okay? Cool. So celebration. Yes, Anna. Okay. Fiji was for everyone. Carol Ann. Yes, yes, yes. Can't wait for incentives trips. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So next thing I wanted to move on to, this is really cool actually. At Peak Performers, which was the top achievers for Australia and New Zealand, we had a, basically Isagenix, a lot of the top leaders were saying that what they have is what they found really successful is creating a system for their team to use, right? And they were like, what a lot of the leaders had is the system. Like if someone was like, okay, I want to build this business, I want to become consultant, what do I do? They literally have the system, this document, like here, this is what you do, which is like, write your list of your top 10 friends, do a Facebook post. This is what the Facebook post says. When people comment, this is what you say back. Like step by step as to what they do, how to build this business. They also had a system for how to invite to events. Hey, how do I invite people to events? Here you go. Da-da-da-da. Hey, how do I become a manager? How do I create consultants? Oh, here you go. Here's a system. Da-da-da. And it gave people, they were saying it gave people a lot of posture and confidence when talking to other other network marketers, other professionals. We have a proven system for success. Here it is. Cha-ching. And they were like, Gabby, what's your system? I was like, what? I didn't have a system, right? And I was like, oh shit. But all the other leaders did. And I was like, okay. Well, the cool thing was there was actually 5 of us from Team Kickass there. And they're like, what's your guys' system? We're like, what? Post on Facebook? But when I thought about it, our system is actually post on Facebook, invite to a webinar. Post on Facebook, invite to a webinar or tasting. Post on Facebook, invite to an event, which is either webinar, tasting party, right? That's all we do. But other teams have far more sophisticated systems than us. So we got together and we were like, guys, let's make a mofo system. So we got together, the 5 of us that were at Peak Performers, and we came up with the systems for Team Kickass. So tonight we want to present these to you guys, the systems of Team Kickass. Now, we know the system is wake up, kick ass, repeat, but we've gone into more detail with these ones. So we know that's the overlying system. Wake up, we know when we're pushing for a big rank advancement, we just say go psycho, but now we've defined what go psycho means. What it means to actually go psycho would be doing these steps. So we've just kind of defined what that is. So, but do you guys want to know something really funny? So the top achievers, right, so all these leaders have got all these systems, which is freaking cool. I'm like, hello, why didn't someone tell me about this? Like, thanks for sharing your systems, guys. What the hell? But do you know what the funniest thing was? How you get to peak performers is actually based on this formula called the leader in action formula, right? And so everyone's like, we got a ranking as to, where we are in the leader in action. It's like your cycle growth, your personal enrollments, your personally enrolled rank advancements. Like that. If you want to win these trips, that's the formula you need to nail, the leader in action formula, okay? And guess what? That was so funny because Team Kickass is the #1 leader in action in the whole world right now and has been for the last 6 months. So it's so funny. It's like, so it's real funny because, they're like, okay, you guys are #1. What are your systems? And we're like, post on Facebook, invite to an event. So keeping it simple is so, so beautiful and it's working. It's working so, so well. But for a lot of people, they need more guidance. A lot of people, when you say go psycho, they're like, what do you mean? Right? So the cool thing is now we're able to roll out a series of detailed step-by-step systems that say exactly what to do. All right? So I can't take credit for these systems. In fact, I can take minimal credit for these systems. But there's been some major players that have, especially 2 in particular, that have stepped up and literally, like we brainstormed these systems and we all I pretended to contribute. I actually delegated all the systems to everyone. And then I was like, hey, how you all going? But I did write, I think, about 4 or 5 sentences. But I must give massive, massive credit to Anna Potter and Zola McDonald because these 2 babes have been working for hours and hours and hours. If Zola looks tired, it's because she was up till like literally 3 a.m. this morning finalizing these systems, getting them checked. She's even had them checked by like professional, really high legitimate people to make sure they're all good. She's got links everywhere and it's freaking incredible. So I'm going to pass over these systems. Yeah, Zola. These systems, by the way, are, that we are an open book. We are open to sharing these with anyone. There's nothing that we keep secret, as you guys can tell. Nothing in Team Kickass is not available to anyone in the whole ISA community. Just like our calls, just like our webinars, just like everything. We're all about collaboration and sharing. And so, yeah, you guys that are on here from other teams, feel free. If our systems resonate with you, fuck yeah, go nuts. This is for everyone. So we've gone and pulled together what we think is the cool system to give to people, and this is going to blow the shit out of Isagenix Australia and New Zealand. Look out, America, Canada, we're coming for your ass. So Laura did a spell check. Yeah, you did. Nice. Hey, that's a very important part. I actually was told that I need to get a personal spell checker for my post, so that's a great thing. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to the Godfather, Zola McDonald.
Sweet. Hey guys.
Hey,
I'm just going to share
girl.
my screen. Hi. Right. Just going to try and find them. Here they are. Can everyone see what I've got on my screen?
Yep, love it. And
Our 3 systems for success.
just to give a quick intro, you guys, this is going to blow the shit out of your businesses. Like, legit. So it's pretty freaking phenomenal. Right, back to you, Zola.
Yeah, so the idea is that we're now actually going to be duplicatable, because a lot of us do our own thing and we just naturally do it, and we don't actually know what we do, and then you try to tell your downline what to do, it's too much. So these systems are there to help basically brand new people can pick up this piece of paper and they can actually do it pretty much unaided. Obviously, you as a coach will have to oversee, but brand new people can do this, and they can enroll brand new people and do this, and those people can be brand new and do this. And that's what we try to create here. So everything we've written is in language that's going to be easy for brand new people to understand. And basically the first system you can see here on the front page, say System 1A and System 1B. So Anna Potter was in charge of putting that on paper, and that's basically when someone in your team is like, hey, I actually want to know how to share Isagenix. What do I do? Now you might go, oh, well, you might want to post on Facebook, or you could do this, or talk to your friends, or have a sip and sample, or whatever. You might not actually know what to say, how to start, where to go from there. So this is where you go, perfect, I've got a system, I can send it to you either in a PDF document, or I can print it out and give it to you, or both, and they can have exactly what to do step by step. So I'm going to scroll down, and then Anna's going to pipe up and go through the System 1A, how to share Isagenix, and then we'll move down to what is System 1B. All right, Anna?
Thank you very much. And yeah, this is it. So System 1A is sharing Isagenix. So how to find your first team members. And this is just really going to give you a bit of a boost as to what to do. And then you can do it again and again and again and again and again after that. So the first step is be a product of the product. So enjoy Isagenix. Even if you haven't achieved your goals yet, if you're in your first week, you've already started and your story has already begun. You already have a powerful story, so never ever like compare yourself to a catwalk model or anything like that. You are going to relate to so many people out there that are needing a change. And a few over here on the orange box, there's a few hints and tips that I put in that I think that you need to keep in your head the whole time while you're finding your first team members. I personally have made the mistake in the past of trying to find people out of desperation, even this week, and I had to pull myself back and remember why I'm doing this. So always have a heart of service, and not everyone is going to say yes. Be who you are. Never try and be somebody that you're not. People will see right through it. And don't be coachable. And a lot of your coach generally has gone before you and done this, and hopefully maybe has been doing it for a few years or whatever. So don't follow your pride is what I'm saying, and leverage up. You don't have to explain Isagenix on your own. So let your coach be there to support and guide you through these first few conversations. Next step, number 2, know your why. So why did you initially get started on the products? Me, I wanted to fall in love with the products to get sleep, and eventually once I fell in love with the products, I wanted to do the income. So that's why I started. If time and money were not an issue, what would you be doing? So what is your ideal day? Just don't be afraid to dream here and think, what could Isagenix really bring for your life? And why do you want to create more choice for you and your family? So your why is you want to bring in an extra $100 a week, but why? Why do you want to have that extra $100 a week? Why do you want that extra $500? Like, what would that do for you with that? And just really dig deep as to why you're doing that. And once you know why you're doing this, there's nothing that's going to stop you. Next step from there is write your 30-second story. Zola's put in a link there on what that template looks like. So go through that. It's like why you, like before you started Isagenix. So the link's in there. I won't go through it. So, but this is a very vital part of your journey and to really influence people that you're talking to. Say it with confidence and don't be afraid to be vulnerable and have that pain in your voice as to what struggles you were going through before you started Isagenix. And the other thing I also want to touch on is, there's writing on the screen now, is some people want to get started and like get their products paid for straight away, and they may not have even eaten Isagenix yet, but you can build up that belief that you're going to have that result, and your coach is there to help you build that belief too. So don't feel like you need to, be on Isagenix for a month before you can talk about it. Okay. So you've written your 30-second story, and now you share your why with people. So you can do a social media post, and that is just reaching out there, being an accountability and to create some interest as well. So there's a post idea there, but definitely put it into your own words, change it up, put a picture there, just one single picture, not heaps of pictures. One picture is more impacting. And then the next step, number 5, write your list. So the 10 most important supportive people in your network, so mum, dad, sister, whatever, workmate, who would you invite to your wedding? And then message each person a personalized message to explain what you're doing and why, and ask for their support. So, hey, Mel, just wanted to let you know that I've started a new health system. I was nervous about starting, but I'm already feeling great benefits. So I'm looking for an accountability partner. Would you be open to trying this with me? And so it's a really nice, normal message. It is not like, oh my God, you got to do what I'm doing. It's not like, it's just like, and giving them an out, like, would you be open to it? If not, it's all good kind of thing. So it's real casual. It's not scary, and it's not written out to, because I remember when I first started talking to people about Isa, I was petrified. So I wanted to make sure that I wasn't coming across like that as well. So that's a really nice neutral message. And then Zola's beautifully put in some links there of some other script ideas of what to say to people. Okay, so maybe this person, Mel, has got back to you and said, yep, tell me more. What is it all about? Okay, so these are steps on what to do. Cool. So I've just added you to our Isagenix community Facebook page where you can have a look around and learn more about it. And here's a short video explaining it. So maybe send the Isagenix explain video. But what if they say no? What do you do then? Do you just leave it as crickets? No. You always be the last port of contact. How does this writing get on there? I don't know. So never ever leave a message as just be like, no reply. If they say, no, I'm not interested, don't just leave it. Say, like, be cool, be like normal, just be like, okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. That's all good. Thank you for your support. I'm so excited to get started. I have this incredible result. I've seen incredible results with the system. If you know of anyone who is in need for a health change, please let me know. This health system could help so many others. So ask for a referral. It's really important to do that. I've had referrals by doing that. I've had those no's, and there would have been so many no's if I was too nervous to ask for that referral. That would have been a stone unturned. So don't forget to do that reply. And then a follow-up message. So, this is going back to the yes. I should have done the no first. So if they had said yes, you've put them on the team page, you've sent them the video, etc. So follow up, ask them what they enjoyed about the video, answer any questions they may have about the products or the system. If you're not confident, leverage up. See tips for success poster. That's a little bit down below. If they feel this is the right system for them, continue to step 6. Step 6, step them through their goal. So make it about them. Just don't be like, oh, here's a premium pack. Make sure that you're listening to them and really feeling what they need. So sometimes someone's health goal is to not have to think about what they're eating for breakfast and just want to know they're doing a good job. So maybe they're just needing a shake every morning, So really listen to what they're doing. Pro tip, if you feel like you can't relate to your potential new team member, for example, there's a big difference in age or lifestyle, etc., you can always link them up with someone. So I've done this a lot because when I've talked to guys that want to bulk up and go to the gym, I don't know what the fuck to do, but I know who I need to talk to. If there's people that really want to go all through the nitty gritty and know every single part of everything about the nutritional side or have complicated questions, I've got a very good friend that helps me with those conversations. So talk to people, can like link up with people within the team. And if you don't know of anyone, just ask in the team page, like, dude, guys, I'm talking to somebody, I need someone help. And there'll be heaps of messages. Such a good team. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You're going through their health goals. And then hopefully now you've talked to them about their pack, you've talked to them, about their goals and their budget and what they need for that. So maybe it's a premium pack. And so this is the next step. The next section of the step is how to enroll your first 2 team members. So this is really crucial because a lot of the times, some of the times, the back office automatically puts them on your minor volume team. So this step is quite important to make sure that you've created them as a consultant, right? So your goal here is to complete the first part of You Share, They Share, Repeat, which is You Share. This means that you have helped 2 people get started on the Isagenix. When you've done this correctly, you've become a consultant. See the diagram, left and right, important. So generally in the back office, it's going to put you on put that person on the minor volume team, which is the inside leg or the weak leg. You need to manually put the second person through onto the other leg. First step though, before you do that, is to become an associate. So here's how. We recommend you have your coach guide you through. There's quite a few little tips there. Get your coach to guide you through your first 1 or 2 enrollments to ensure you have added your 2 members into the business correctly. And then there's also, that you put in your bank details when you become an associate so you can get paid, etc. And then you enroll your new team member. So here there are 2 ways to enroll them. There's the manual way, so back office, enroll member, name, address, phone number, all that kind of stuff, flavors, etc. Or you can set up a link, send it to them, and that's a nice new way that has been set up so they don't have to put their credit card details through to you, and it's a bit more secure. So there's a video explaining how to do that. Set up that link, send it to that new person, and they finish off the enrollment from their end. For more information about the potential in reaching extra cash bonuses, here's a link explaining that. So that would be the income opportunity with the Crystal bonuses, Crystal Manager, Crystal Executive, Crystal Director, etc. Refer to System 2, creating coaches to learn how to look after your new team members. Am I doing this one too?
Yes, I'm just unmuting. Okay, guys, so I was in charge of putting together the creating coaches section. So basically what you want to do is once you've enrolled someone, you need to know what the heck you do with them. Okay, how often should you message them? What should you say? How do you actually give them the best start? And how do you wean yourself off? How much do you handhold? Okay, so this is basically going to take us through the first 30 days and beyond. Okay, there are a few links set up in here because I wanted each system to be 1 page. So the extra things that you'll need to do, you click a link and it will take you to another template that you can work through. So I'll click on them and fingers crossed they work. There is an issue. The reason we can't release them tonight is that one of the links didn't work, and I'm going to have to get back on online to my friend in the UK, and that time zone sucks to work with, just saying. Okay, so when you get someone started, you want to welcome them. So what you want to do is send them their account details if you've manually set them up. And
you've got quite a bad echo. Can you guys hear that? Maybe talk a little bit quieter. I don't know. Maybe.
It's just my empty echoey house.
Oh, yep.
I'm not on the toilet. I'll go into a bedroom where there's soft furnishings.
Thanks, legend. How cool is this, you guys? Like, we can just literally hand this to people. They're like, hey, I want to make money with us. Boom, here you go. Like, it's so freaking easy. And they can click it and they can check it out if they want. So cool. And I don't know who's writing on the screen, but maybe just remove that if possible.
Yeah, who is doing that? It's weird. Okay, so when you welcome a new team member, you want to send them this message. So if I click on this, it should link to a template that we've written up that you send them. If you're using Messenger, then you should you copy it when it gets here. See it? So I'll zoom in. Oh, will it go? I don't know how to do it. Anyway, basically you copy it and then you paste it into your means of communication. If you're using Messenger, put it in there. We trialed it in Messenger, it worked fine. If you're using email, put it there. The little red asterisks or little red crosses, that's where you need to do something. So obviously put their name in, when it says, hey, put in their login details, password, ID number, and then down the bottom put in your phone number. Also, we've put in here the customer service number for Australia and New Zealand. If your person's outside of that, make sure you read the document and you know what it's saying, and then amend it to your team member. So you just copy that, do the little amendments, and then paste that to your person, and they've got their details handy all the time. Okay, so then you then send them the Tips for Success poster. So this is a little poster we created. So there's a link here, you click that, and that poster is something they can print off and stick on their fridge. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It just goes through the importance of taking before photos and just shows them how to do that. Because if you're anything like me, you're often explaining that over and over again of why you want to do that, what it looks like. So that's just a really good visual. Goes through the importance of taking your measurements, gives you tips on success in terms of clear out your cupboards, set yourself up properly, and also, in Team Kickass, we're a lot about enjoying yourself as well and making sure you have balance. So that just goes through little reminders there of, if you've got friends that are going out and they invite you, go out, don't go, oh no, I'm doing Isagenix, I can't actually go out and have fun, I have to stay home and just cleanse on my own. Go out and have fun. So it just gives you a few tips like that. Talks about staying connected. It reminds you here about the webinar, Zoom, and connecting with the wider Isagenix community. Number 6 talks about the importance of getting yourself into the IsaBody Challenge, what that is, and a few little things around, if you really want to get the $200 voucher, what's expected. So making sure you have your photos in and have spend enough BV. And make a support team. So again, talking about the importance of linking arms with people. So that's just a little poster that they stick on their fridge or wherever they want to as a visual reminder of how to stay awesome. Okay, and then this point down here, welcome your new team member into the wider Isagenix community. So that's where you add them into your team page, whether it be Team Kickass or your own cleansing page or both. Or if you're an outsider team, you can add them into your team. So basically just making your team member more aware of, they've got a lot of people around them that can support them. Number 2, send a welcome gift or note. So that's optional. People with small teams will find this probably easier to do than people with gigantic teams like Gabby, but it is just a nice thing to do. And so there's a few little tips on what to actually send, like a nice delight or greens or some hydrate. So that's really, really cool. Number 3, once their products have arrived, schedule in a welcome call. Okay, so and reminding them that a welcome call is 20 to 30 minutes long, and that they'll need their products handy, plus a computer and a pen and paper. So one thing I always say to people is you set them up to know that the welcome call is actually quite important. So make sure they've got time to actually listen to you. So it might be that you can't talk until 8:30 at night, until kids are in bed and all that jazz, when people can be fully focused. So I would say make sure you've got a good amount of time to actually explain things well. Before before you arrange the welcome call, it's recommended that they read the guidebook, which comes with the pack, and then send them these 3 links. Okay, so these 3 links: what's in your box, how to do a shake day, how to do a cleanse day. So that's going to do a bit of the work for you. So if they watch those, they'll already have a really good grasp on what's involved. Okay. Now, what to cover in the welcome call, that's the link that's not set up. You see where my little cursor is there? I can probably find that, but it would be, I'm scared, I'm not very good at computers, it might take me somewhere weird, but tonight I should get that fixed. There'll be a link there, you click on that and it will go through exactly what to do on a welcome call. If I can find that, I'll show you in a minute. Okay. The other thing that we put in here is the talk about if the 30-day fast start option is going to work for them. Now, any of us who went to New Year kickoff will know that we talked about the 2252. But when you look at the guidebook, it's actually 3252. So they're essentially the same thing, but I just wanted, and me and Anna discussed this, we just wanted it to be in line with the document we were referring people to. So that's why ours is 3252. So what that means is the reason we talk about the 30-day fast start is that a lot of people have a 14-day window, basically mentally, that they're going to dedicate to something, and if they don't see results, they're going to quit. So what we want to do is really show them that Isagenix can give them results fast. So the way to do that is to do 3 shake days, 2 cleanse days, 5 shake days, 2 cleanse days. And that way they're getting in 4 cleanse days over a 14-day period, and that's how they're going to get fast results. So they're seeing that feedback straight away, they're more likely to continue on with the program and have success. So the link here just takes you to the guidebook that just supports you there. Now, some people may not, the reason I've written here, if that's an option for them, because not everyone's going to be able to jump straight into 2 double cleanses in their first couple of weeks. So if they can't, then they stick with the usual standard option. Okay, so just make people aware, go through this, let them know that that exists, and if they want really fast results, so if they've got a goal that's, I want to be in this wedding dress on this day, and you're like, oh my gosh, the only way you're going to do this is if you do the fast start option, then you make sure that they know that exists. Okay, create a support team. Encourage your team to talk to those people close to them and ask for their support and accountability. So similar to what Anna had in her part by messaging people. So just making sure that you're passing on that little tip. So you've got a brand new person you've started, say, look, message those people that are, it's more like the people who are most likely to support you, because sometimes if you ask the people closest to you, which might be your family, not all families are very supportive. So ask the people that are around you that are most likely to encourage you to help you keep accountable. So there's an example there of a script to use. And then you want to set up contact times. So when someone's just started, you really want to know what day they're planning on starting, because they may not start the day their products arrive. They may say, I want to start on Monday. So make sure you know what day they're actually starting. Make sure you make note of when their first cleanse day is, and then just jot in your diary, like day 7, 14, 21, and then 2 days before the auto ship and 30 days. So just as I've written there. And Erin pointed out that in the first week, what you want to do is contact your new person every single day, just checking up on them, anything that needs to be tweaked. If they have questions that are outside your scope, then you need to leverage up, ask someone. If you're like, actually, I don't know the answer to that, get some extra help. And then just touching base, basically, all the way up till when their first auto ship is due. And then you want to have a discussion at least 2 days prior to that, so that you can, make sure that they change what's in there or the date of it if they need to. And then at day 30, encourage them to take their measurements and photos and congratulate them, and they may want to share on social media or they may not, so that's up to them, but offer that for them. And then again, if they're open to having an information evening or sip and sample with their support team, if they had quite a few cheerleaders that were interested, so having that there. Now, the other thing that I added in here is it says suggestion. So this is just a coaching tip. If you get people who I don't know, for a better word, of just having extra trouble. If you click on that link, it'll take you to just a way that you can use better language to help coach them through and help them get through difficult parts that they might be struggling with the program. So helping them to sort of visualize why they want to do this, why they even get started, that kind of thing. And then it goes through to number 6. So onwards from there, from 30 days, you want to make sure that you at least stay in contact every 2 weeks and find the means that they want to be contacted with. And then when it comes around to the IsaBody time to wrap that up, you want to make sure that they've got their after photos in and make sure they know how to do the essay, PDF, and then suggest that they re-enter the IsaBody challenge, and it just has a note saying that your after photos will become your new before photos. So if you just finish the challenge and then re-enter it the same, that saves you extra work. Now I will try and find that, where's my mouse? Oh, I don't even know where to go. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to find the other thing. All right, Anna, you carry on.
Creating managers. Okay, so this is how to support your team to getting to manager. Okay, so after you've enrolled 2 members, and the next step is to find those 2 members. So this is the they share of this whole you share, they share system. So if you become a manager with 60 days, you get that 250 bonus. So connect with your team. Link your team members to find out who would like to share Isagenix. So keeping in mind not everybody is wanting to share, and still support and love on your cleansers. Catch up in the way they prefer, and face-to-face, phone, Zoom, whatever. And find out if they are interested in Isagenix. So these are some really coming up with some really impactful questions that we'll go through. So for someone interested in sharing Isagenix, they should firstly believe in the product. You can't sell something to someone if you don't believe in it, right? It's just not going to come across. Ready to share on social media or any other means that they think. Be interested in being part of the business, for example, helping people in building a residual income, and be able to create the time. So a lot of people will get stuck with this one. I know I did. I was like, I don't have any time, but God, I had time. I had so much time. And a lot of people spend mindless time on their phones. It's ridiculous. And I spend more time on my phone than I ever have, but I'm not scrolling endlessly and mindlessly. So people have more time than they realize, and make sure they have realistic expectations. So for example, if they're not aiming to be a millionaire overnight, you're not promising that. So I always talk to people when I'm talking about the business that this is a long slog. It's a long slog, but it is worth it. So you're building, and the income starts to come further and further the more you do it, and it grows and it gets to the point where it's ridiculous. Gabs. So so once you've got like you've realized that they're interested in building an income or getting $500 a week or whatever, you need to ask them these questions. So firstly, what do you like about Isagenix so far? I like it that it's really convenient, that it makes me feel less bloated. I love the cleanse days and that I sleep so well. Okay, so on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being not interested at all and 10 being that you would be comfortable, would you be open to sharing your results and the products with friends and family? Oh, about an 8. Cool. Okay. So imagine you begin sharing Isagenix and making an additional income in the pockets of your time. For example, maybe 1 hour a day after work, 15 minutes on a lunch break here and there. How much would you need to earn to make it worth your while? I know, so if I'm working 1.5 hours a day, so God, I get paid $20 an hour. So maybe $50. Okay, so how much time a week do you think you could invest to make this happen? 7 hours a week? Sweet. Okay, so if I could show you our systems that will help you earn, insert weekly income here, working, insert their part-time hours here, will you be open to having a look? Hell yes, because you've broken it down for them, right? So these are very powerful questions. Okay, so yep, great. Firstly, please watch the short video. So you show them the you share, they share. And if they're not interested, cool, that's all good, mate. Thank you so much for loving the products. I'm so excited for your results to come. I'm always here if you've got more questions. Let's keep, just leave it as it is kind of thing. So back to the yes. once they've watched that video, link them up with someone. So link them up with someone that you feel that they would relate to and inspire with. In your team and your upline to help them get excited about what's to come. That your leader can help cast the vision about having more choice in their lives and using Isagenix as a vehicle for generating residual income. So a lot of people don't even know what residual income is. I didn't. I literally had to Google what that word meant. So keep that in mind, that everyone is starting off very fresh. So it really explain how this whole business model works. Oh, hang on. I just need to plug my computer in.
And just a point I want to make quickly, guys, is that like this, for some people like me, if I was new to the team, I'd be like, holy shit balls, this is a lot of work I need to do. You can take from this what you want. You can take from, you're the CEO, like you can take from this whatever you want. You might love one bit. This is a guide, and this is so good for people that like, tell me what to do. This is exactly what they can do. But you don't have to, like, you're the CEO. You can choose what you want to take from this. You know, take what you love, leave what you don't. You have total control. But this is the most epic, detailed system that if you really want to know exactly what we would recommend you do, this is what you do. But of course, at the end of the day, it's up to you. Yeah, back to you, Anna.
Absolutely. But don't ever, like, going on from that, from what Gabby said, is what might not work for you may work for the next person down. So never like hold back on giving them all this information, because it's all there plain as day and very clean cut and perfectly written, that it may not sit well with you, but always pass on the whole thing to the next person. So where did I get up to? Residual income. Okay, step 4, teach them the systems. So show them step 1, 2 and 2. Make sure that your team member thinks about the time they'll need to set aside to do these systems, and reassure them that they can utilize the wider community while they learn the systems. So everyone in their network is what that meaning. And then repeat. So continue to follow the systems. You have an obligation to let your team know that these systems exist and help them make an informed decision on whether they can take up a business with Isagenix. So that's one of the recent conversations I've had with somebody in my team, because she got started because she wanted to, use the products and be a cleanser, but she's had such great results that people have got on board underneath her, but she's not really interested in the income opportunity, but people below her are. So always do your due diligence and pass this on, because I'm one of those people that got on board for the money. So don't ever forget that.
All right, guys. Thanks, Anna. I'm just going to show you guys the link that didn't work that's going to work. This is the checklist for a welcome call. Now, this looks quite full on, but if you are doing welcome calls regularly, you're already doing it. So just remember that this is for brand new people who have no clue what they're doing. Perhaps their upline often does their welcome calls for them, and this is basically what we do. Okay, so the first point is guide their products. So if I bought a 30-day pack, cleanse, you just make sure they know to take 2 shakes a day, cleanse once a week, or if they're doing the fast start option, talk them through that. So basically, make sure they know what to do with their products. Perhaps you want to show them someone else if you haven't already, who's got the same results that they're after. So, that's just another idea. And, perhaps also ask them what their biggest challenge might be and if they've got any questions. So for me, a lot of my people say, I'm really worried about cleanse days. That's going to be my biggest challenge. So if you know that, then making sure that you write down, ask them when they're planning on cleansing, cleanse with them, link them up with other people who are cleansing, message them throughout that day, remind them to have an IsaDelight, that kind of stuff. So just being encouraging so you know where you need to put your time. So if they're scared about that, help them there. So also on a welcome call, you want to show them how to manage the auto ship. So explaining to them that by having an auto ship set up, that's where they're getting the extra 25% discount of the normal Isagenix prices. So as long as the auto ship is set up, they will continue to get that discount. If they cancel their auto ship, they will pay extra for their product. So explain that at the start, so then they're not going to want to cancel that. Now, delaying your auto ship is okay, but cancelling it will then take away the benefits of having that discount. So showing them that they're in control of their auto ship, show them exactly how to change the date. You may want to do your Zoom call and explain your welcome call through Zoom or over the phone. But for me, I do most of mine over the phone, okay? But that might not suit everyone, so do it in the way that you want to do it, or you might do it in person. Okay, so over the phone when I do it, I basically have the back office memorized in my head, and I tell them to click here, click there. So you might want to be, doing it on your own screen so you can see, or if you do it by Zoom, then you can share screen. So making sure you set a note in both your diaries for the first auto ship, knowing that's coming up, and making note to get in contact that 2 to 3 days before the auto ship is due, so you can again go through what do you need in this month coming up, what are you run out of, do we need to alter what's in the auto ship, do we want to change the flavour of the shakes, we just threw chocolate in there, maybe you actually prefer strawberry, we'll change that. So making sure that you have that conversation and you do that. And it just says down here, it has a little note about just pointing out the BB, and if you do want to keep an active account, that 100 BB per month. But that's only if people really want a business build. But in the early days, they don't know that they want to. So just pointing that out to them is a good idea. Number 3, show them exactly where to enter the IsaBody challenge and explain why that is so awesome. So exactly, it tells you exactly what to do. Click on contests and promotions, click on IsaBody challenge, show them where to upload those photos. Now, they should have already done that through the, you should have sent them the Tips for Success poster, and that explained about taking the photos and why. So they should have that, them already ready to go. So you can even do that while you're on the phone with them. They can upload their 4 photos and click start. And also show them how to add themselves to the IsaBody ANZ Facebook group, because you can't add them, but they have to add themselves so that they can get ongoing support from the wider community. Number 4 is show them that there is a healthy mind and body program. So Isagenix recognises that success really does come down to the mind. So showing people where this program is. I would love everyone to do this, but not everyone will. But if they don't know it exists, then they never will know to look for it. So tell them that it's there. So this is for people, for everyone. But if you're struggling, you're stuck, you keep failing cleanse days, your head's not in it, you're not motivated, you're feeling uninspired. So if you know team members that are feeling like that, let them know this exists. Tell them to get in there. You pay something like $55 for it, but at the end of it, you get it back in a voucher. Okay, so just show them that that exists. Using the IsaLife app, they should have already downloaded it, because prior to this piece of paper it said to. So then you basically just want to walk them through the app. Okay, so it just goes through like what the tabs are, and just you can read that part yourself, but you want to just go through part of the app. And then the income opportunity. So this here was kind of merging the old system and part of the new system. So what we've done here is we've said the easiest way to share the income opportunity is to ask these 3 questions. So, which is these 3 here. So the question you ask, or the statement you say is, it is inevitable that once you start using these products, people recognize the change and ask, what are you doing? So you say to them, you've got 3 options. Number 1, you can refer them directly back to me and I can help them. Okay, so that's someone, the person who says yes to that will be someone who's like, I'm not interested in the business whatsoever, I want nothing to do with it, I don't care, you can take my friend. Now, number 2 is I can show you how to get your products for free, as a bigger vision of this company is to help people get healthy for free so that it's not a burden for them. Okay, so this is a product sharer. And then number 3, you can I can show you how to make an additional income each week. Put your 30-second story in there or someone else's. Out of those 3, which excites you the most? Okay, so let them think about those 3 options. Regardless of their answer, continue to the next step, which is show them you share, they share, repeat. So when I get someone who says they're not interested in the income, I just say, look, it will only take a minute or so, can I just talk you through you share, they share, repeat, and basically show them what is possible. Okay, just give them a snippet so that in future they know it's there. Back of their head, they've stored it. So show them that it's there, and then again, if they say number 2 or 3, obviously go through it again. And down here, if they did answer to 2 or 3, you want to take them through those systems. I feel like I've talked way too much. I can sound of my voice. Right, I don't know how to get back to where I was.
And you guys can go in detail and read these systems through for yourself. Once they're available, go through, read them in detail, and then you'll know exactly what's in them as well. Click the links, familiarize yourself with them. But we're just giving a quick overview tonight, and then, yeah, you can go through them in detail later. Woohoo!
All right, Mara, do you want to share the events culture with us?
Yep, can quickly do that. I know it's obviously it's looking fabulous since you've put your hands on it. Basically, very similar to what Gabby said at the beginning, events is everything for what we do in this industry, because your story may not be relevant to every single person that you meet out there. So the most beautiful thing for everyone that you know, is that they find that person, they hear from a person that's so spot on with their story that they're going to find it so relevant to what they're going through, and then they can meet the people in person to these events. Really, the importance is that leverage, and of course, just to actually feel the culture and feel what it's like to be surrounded by people that are doing exactly the same thing as you, that are positive, that are open to trying something that is healthy, that is new. And that is number one thing. I think they say that as well, like you stay an extra 2 to 5 years alive just based on being social and being surrounded by a good environment. Really important thing. At events, obviously you're going to learn lots of things, but not all events are appropriate for everyone. So we've made the list there. So the recommending events is just basically discussing with your team members, seeing where they are, where they live, how far in their journey they are, and then going into like, okay, maybe let's just get you on a webinar tonight, but then next week maybe you can attend a sip and sample, or maybe you can hold a launch party, or maybe you can go to the next Super Saturday or Super Sunday. So it's really about plugging people in as soon as possible for them to feel the culture. And this has come from Eric Coover himself, who's surveyed so many people in our company, and people always say they remain in this company for the culture. Sometimes they'll just love the products, but they'll still come to the event and they'll still be Isagenix purely based on the culture. So that's such a big thing. What's in it for you? Obviously, celebration. Gabby's spoken heaps about it over there. Biggest event of the year. The beautiful thing about this is that this is the first year we're really officially organizing a pre-party. So that we're going to do that on Friday, where everyone can get together and have a drink. We'll have a little tap there so you can grab a glass of something, not have to worry about paying for it. And we are also putting together, I just got another Airbnb just then, just to host people here in Brisbane for the celebration. So if you're finding hard to find accommodation, to speak to your sponsor, see if we can organize a place for you to stay in. So more than ever, we're really as leaders, doing our best to help everyone out with accommodation, so that you can just literally get your flights here or drive up here if you're already in the country. And I think the biggest thing as well is like what we've seen people struggle with, if you just probably scroll down a little bit, Zola, is a lot of people are struggling to invite people. And a lot of the times this happens because we don't know when we first start that we need to sort of create value for people to understand that if they're coming to a celebration, what they're actually going to get. Now, you can say they're going to get this and speakers and all this stuff, but if you're not relevant to who they are as a personality, it's probably not going to sound very interesting for them. Just like for Gabby, I know like I have to mention the fact that she's going to get recognized. She's going to love that. I have to mention the fact that we're going to have some parties. She's going to love that. So it's really going for the personalities, which we go through every time at David Wood. So just for you guys you don't have to necessarily get to David Wood to learn this. You can actually click on that link, which is highlighted there as a suggestion, and familiarize yourself with the different personalities and the different traits. As soon as you watch this, you'll figure out, like, your best friends, test your best friends, see if they're white or yellow or red or blue, and then even see where you belong and see why you get along with certain people and why you don't get along with other people as much. And then if you've got people in your team that are full reds or full yellows, then I've given you guys there a few different examples of how to perhaps go about the message with inviting them. So what's going to be more appealing for a blue personality is very different to what's going to be appealing for a white personality. So again, once you click on that link, once we have these launched tomorrow, and I'm so excited, and great job team for doing this. It's been a bit of a it's been an awesome journey. Actually, it's brought us all closer, and we're so excited for all of you guys to be able to duplicate this all the way into through our organization. But you have to wait to get to a David Wood event to really understand what this is about. It's about you becoming a leader yourself and understanding that every single person is different, and therefore every single invite's got to be personal and different to either one. So instead of creating a big Facebook page and this is celebration, are you coming? How many people are going to come if you did that? Rather than personally invite each and every single one based on what you can already tell about them. So that's basically it. It's just a little, obviously this is more about celebration now. We're trying to focus on that. We've already got 400 tickets, so we're kind of aiming for 500. I know that with the team, and so if you got any issues, again, just reach out to the person that started you, or myself, or Gabby, or Zola, or Anna. We can help you sort of form the message. But once these roll out, you can just simply copy and paste and sort of put in your little ins and outs about, special details about that particular person. But yeah, events is key. And if there's one skill that I recommend you guys get incredibly good at, and Gabby's incredibly good at this one, is learning how to invite people to events, and then your business is going to explode. That's me.
Woohoo! All right, that's it. Is it, team? The system. Wake up, kick ass, repeat. Now has a little more depth to it. Just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And, we can really hand this to people. They're like, what do I do? Here you go. Here it is. Here's the link. Boom. So once we fix that final link, we'll post it in Team Kickass, and you guys, in Domi's team and Rochelle's team, I'll send it to these guys so they can pass it down to you guys. And how cool is that? So, I think we need to take some time, especially to appreciate Zola, because literally you do not know how much time Zola has put into this. Like,
yes, Zola.
Literally hours and hours and hours. And I'm
my gosh, guys, there's been so many hours.
Yeah.
We're talking 3 a.m. finishes with the UK, and I'm going to have to go do that again because Tracy's just found some spelling errors. How many people have proofread this and not picked it up?
Don't worry about the spelling. Just leave it. It's fine. Honestly, we need to put 100% focus into inviting people to celebration.
I'm going to fix the spelling. It's fine.
All right. Hey, you can build this business however you want. Spelling or get people to events, you can choose. But you know what? This system is going to help all of us explode our businesses. 100%. And like what Anna said, like even if you might just be a product sharer or even a product user, but someone says to you, hey, well, how does this business work? You can go boom, and you can hand it to them. Like, how powerful is that, right? That's crazy. I think like that is just so, so powerful, and it's going to absolutely help all of us so much, so, so much. And I think that this is going to be a tool that is just, you know, of course we can change it as we go, we can edit it as we go, but to know that we have this is so huge. Like, it's so huge. And yeah, massive, massive credit to Zola. She's been like working so hard on this and just going absolutely crazy. And yeah, I think it's going to be something that everyone, you know, everyone in the whole of Isagenix community can benefit and share off these, and take what you leave what you don't. But it's just, yeah, so, so cool. So super excited. Thanks everyone for hanging in there. I know it was a long call to get through that stuff, but I'm sure you guys all agree that it's game changing, and it's so, so cool. And yeah, celebration, guys, number one focus. Hopefully I've drummed that home enough, but my advice is you got to do whatever it takes to get as many people there with you as possible, whatever it takes. You know, like I remember at the start, literally like I'd sell my freaking car to get there. Like, I'd sell my car to buy someone else flights to get there, because I knew it's not about me getting there, it's about who I can bring. And it's just so, so, so crucial. So yeah. Okay, guys, awesome call. Thank you guys for jumping on. We had so much to get through tonight, but we rocked it out. And tasting party at my place Wednesday night, tasting party in Christchurch this week. We've also got one in Hamilton. We've also got one in Whangarei, and we also have one in Rotorua, and I think there's one in Hamilton as well. Tasting parties are happening everywhere. Make sure your tasting parties, you're rocking out Central Coast, nice. You're hammering it home about celebration. And also remember that the online webinars, guys, every online webinar, we're hammering home celebration. We're inviting people that are jumping on to find out about the products. We're inviting them to celebration on that call. So you got to get there. Even if this sparks your curiosity, you've got to get to this event in Brisbane. It's going to freaking be insane. Okay, so let's pack them out. Awesome, guys. Thanks for jumping on. Wicked. If someone missed this call and wants the recording, my team know, but you guys others don't. There is a task that they have to complete to get the recording. So if they miss this call, there's a task. This week it is to send nudes. No, just kidding. That's next week. But there is a task required to get the recording, and it's not an easy one. Often it's full frontal or Facebook Live or something like that. So don't miss the calls, because otherwise you're going to do crazy stuff. All right, guys, awesome. Rock it out. Let's go kick ass this week. Make it a huge, huge week. And yeah, wicked. Can't wait to crank these systems out. Let's pack out celebration. Let's fill every freaking seat in that room. And yeah, until next Monday, same time, same link. Love you guys. Bye, everyone. Have an amazing, amazing night. Bye.